Supervisors meeting, recorded November 12, 2019.
It's 5 o'clock. We'll call the Portage County Board to order. We'll start out with a roll call. All here, press yes and confirm.
That's on.
25 present.
Whoa. Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Invocation by Supervisor Dubek.
Thank you for all the blessings you have given us through your goodness. We ask that you grant us wisdom this evening as we make decisions for Portage County that are not only in our best interests today, but keeping in mind those interests of future generations of Portage County citizens. We ask for compassion as we deal with issues that affect those citizens whose voices are not heard as they should be. Let us be that voice for them. We ask that you bless all the brave men and women of our country who are serving in the armed forces, keeping us safe. We ask that you bless and keep safe all the men and women who serve us as EMTs, peace officers, and firefighters. Being that yesterday was Veterans Day, we thank all of the veterans of Portage County who sacrificed so much to give us the freedoms that we have. Thank you, veterans. Finally, Mark Maslowski, Portage County's first county executive, passed away on November 1st. Let us take a moment of silence in honor of Mark. Thank you.
Amen. This is Will 19. He's on the school board.
Review and approval of November 4th, 2019 County Board meeting minutes. Motion by Supervisor Splinter, seconded by Supervisor Pataki. Any corrections or changes? All those in favor with aye? Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved. Correspondence.
In your packet was information about the holiday get-together, and also in your packet was information regarding County Board Supervisor election information.
One other thing on the correspondence, I ask everybody to slow down on the voting. All you gunslingers out there, y'all get a chance to vote. Just slow down. We're going to end up locking up the computers yet, and that'll take us even more time. So please just wait till it gets called for. So thank you. Public comments. Members of the public who wish to address the county board on specific agenda items must register their requests at this time, with such comments subject to reasonable control of county board chair as set forth in Robert's Rules of Order. Anybody from the public who would like to speak tonight? No? Okay. Presentations. Jody, Trish, and Josh Dursky, Wisconsin County Mutual Insurance Law Enforcement Challenge winners, Robert Wanta, Portage County Sheriff's Department by Wisconsin County Mutual Insurance Corp.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Josh Dursky. I'm Director of Client Services for the Wisconsin County Mutual Insurance Corporation. I'm joined by Jody Trosh. She is your dedicated risk management consultant here in Portage County. The County Mutual was founded in 1988.
Can you please use the mic, please? First,
absolutely.
Thank you.
The County Mutual was founded in 1988 by 14 enterprising Wisconsin counties who wanted to create their own insurance company. They wanted to bring cost stability. They wanted to bring coverage stability. They also wanted to bring a unique claim approach and philosophy to aggressively defend our members. They also wanted to create a program that provided services that were budget neutral to our members. So Portage County has been insured by the County Mutual since 1991. You guys have been long-term members. We're a bit unique in that having a policy with the County Mutual makes you a member owner of our insurance company. And so it's a pretty unique opportunity. There's a unique opportunity to get involved in your insurance company. I'd encourage you as elected representatives to get involved in your insurance company. We have a number of committees that offer you the opportunity to get involved in coverage that we offer, claims, and some of those value-added services in the areas of risk management and safety. And one of those programs is our ALERT program. ALERT stands for the Advanced Law Enforcement Risk Training Program, and it's meant to bring risk management principles to the law enforcement community. It was created about 20 years ago. And 20 years ago, we began providing some of those risk management training opportunities to the law enforcement community in the form of providing a firearms training system that has evolved over the years. Back in the day, it used to travel around the state in a 10-foot trailer. Today, it travels around the state in a 5 cubic foot Pelican case. So a lot of advances in technology, but bringing those risk management principles to the law enforcement community has been very important to us. And about 7 years ago, we created the Law Enforcement Challenge as an opportunity to bring our sheriff's departments together, to have a fun day of competition and networking. 4 years ago, we began holding the Law Enforcement Challenge right here in Portage County. And so it's been really a fantastic opportunity, a central location in the state, and Portage County has been fantastic in working with us to put this event on. And so a huge thank to Sheriff Mike Lucas, Josh Ostrowski, Dustin Kitzman, and Wayne Kropodlowski for their help in putting this event on for the last 4 years. This year's event, I think, was the most daunting that we've come up with, and essentially what it involves is we test the competitors physically, and by way of that we test them mentally. We also test them in the area of marksmanship, and so the event started with a 200-yard run, followed by a pistol shot at various distances. Then they had to drag a 160-pound dummy for 50 yards, and then fire their rifle at 2 distances. So all of that was timed, all the marksmanship was scored, and after all the scores were tallied, Robert Wanta was the first place winner right here from Portage County.
There we go.
Boy, Bob.
Now that got a standing ovation, but I think this is our first time coming before you to present this check, but it is not Bob's first place finish. Bob has won first place 2 other times. Back in 2017, he placed first. He had the fastest course completion time by 6 seconds. It's also important to note that, and I just found this out, that Bob was the oldest competitor this year. He also placed first back in 2015. He had the fastest course completion time that year by almost 2 seconds. And then in 2014, he placed second. I don't know what happened.
He had a cold.
That year, he had the perfect marksmanship score, though. But in total, Bob Wanta has won $35,000 for the Portage County Sheriff's Department.
Wow. Hey. Wow.
They gave Bob 1 year off, and that was 2018. And Dustin Kitzman won 3rd place that year, and he brought in $6,000. So in total, in our 7 years of holding the Law Enforcement Challenge, Portage County has won $41,000 for the Sheriff's Department. Pretty fantastic showing. So on behalf of
the deputy for that, right?
On behalf of the County Mutual Board of Directors, it's my pleasure to present this check in the amount of $10,000 to the Portage County Sheriff's Department.
All right.
Good job.
That's neat.
Go. One more.
There.
Good job, Bob. Right.
That's great. Wow.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Give it to Mike.
Graduate from Rochelle.
If you ever get a chance to come out and watch him compete, it is amazing. So he was in the 2nd position this year, and then he was the one to beat. So
Speech.
Before Bob speaks, I just want to thank Wisconsin County Mutual. Not only you guys are a supporter for the alert training, but also through our Lexipol and numerous other things through the county. The Lexipol is a big deal for us because you pay for our policies and procedures and our updates, and that matters a lot for us, especially with tight budgets. So no, we are not doing a budget adjustment now that we got this. This $40-some thousand has gone to a range improvements for the county city range that we have, and it's drastically improved our quality of training, all that at the range. So I want to thank Bob. I want to thank Dustin. You know, $40-some thousand towards the range improvements is a big feat. So congratulations from the sheriff's office.
Good job. Just put Matt.
Where's my notebook? I had a speech. I'm not one for speaking. I just want to, first of all, say thanks to Wisconsin County Mutual. One of the other gentlemen that is not out here, he was in one of the photos, Bruce Scott. Met Bruce 7 years ago when I was up in Merrill, did this for the first time. And through Bruce and I talking, that's how we were able to get this down to Portage County. And Josh is being modest. I actually took 7th 1 year, so I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect, but it's a tough competition. I'm not the only one that put effort into this. Sheriff mentioned Dustin Kitzman. He competed last year. Him and I, even though we were competing against each other to do this, he's been very helpful with me because we're on the same team ultimately. And without him, without the support from the sheriff's office, and again, I know Wayne was mentioned, there's a lot of work that goes into this behind the scenes in terms of individually training. I like to stay busy physically. I've done triathlons in the past. I've recently got into just doing some ultra marathons, but I still enjoy shooting. So the important part of this is Wisconsin County Mutual is doing all of this out of their pocket. It doesn't cost us to get into this, to enter it or anything like that. They are graciously doing this, and honestly, I don't know why more departments don't get on board on this. I'll take the competition. It's the best man that day. So, but other than that, without them having something like this, you're looking at guys that train more on their own because of a program like this that is ultimately going to help them in their job. And that's the biggest thing. That's what their goal is. When Bruce sets up this course and they talk about this, they try and set it up as much as possible to what we might see in law enforcement in a real life situation. So dragging a 165-pound dummy, you know, that's a smaller person that we might drag, but we might drag somebody like that. Having to run, you know, 200 yards really doesn't sound like that much, but when you're running with all your gear and you can't put your rifle down and stuff like that, you know, and that's what we had to do. And you run 200 yards, your heart rate's going like crazy, and then you're supposed to shoot a pistol at 25 yards and hit only a small target. So yeah, it really challenges us. So that's long enough, I think. So on behalf of them, thank you for coming. Thank you for putting this on, and thank you for the support that I've gotten. I know a couple people have been following me over the years with what I've done here, so thank you so much.
Don't go away, Bob. Mr. Chairman, Bob is very modest. He doesn't really tell what he does for his training. However, he does get a little prize for winning first place or second place. However, he doesn't tell this to anybody, and he probably doesn't want me to say this, but he gives the money to his church. All right, so I think that's pretty impressive.
Wow. Always keep the big guy happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, number 1, Town of Grant Comprehensive Plan, Future Land Use Map Amendment, and Town of Grant Zoning Ordinance Map Amendment, Goldstein Property.
Resolution 178, 2018-2020, submitted by Planning and Zoning Committee, amending the Town of Grant Comprehensive Future Land Use Plan and Zoning Ordinance Map Amendment.
Motion by Supervisor Gussel, second by Supervisor Barry Jakowski. Discussion. If none, All those in favor, press yes, and oppose no.
I'm gonna take your time.
25 ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 2, Portage County zoning ordinance map amendment, Zableski request.
Resolution 179, 2018-2020, submitted by Planning and Zoning Committee, amending the Town of Sharon zoning map for the Zableski property.
Motion by Supervisor Rakowski, seconded by Supervisor Splinter. Discussion. None. All those in favor, press yes, and oppose no.
Twenty-five ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 3, Town of Stockton Comprehensive Plan Amendment and Portage County Zoning Ordinance Map Amendment, Conkle property.
Resolution 180, 2018-2020, submitted by Planning and Zoning Committee, amending the Town of Stockton Comprehensive Land Use Plan.
Motion by Supervisor Matt Jakowski, seconded by Supervisor Barry Jakowski. Discussion. All those in favor, press yes, and oppose no.
Twenty-five ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 4, a resolution confirming the appointment of Nathan Check as Portage County Highway Commissioner for another 2-year term.
Resolution 181, 2018-2020, submitted by Highway Committee, confirming Nathan Check as Highway Commissioner.
Motion by Supervisor Zdroik, seconded by Supervisor Pataki. Discussion. If none, all those in favor vote yes and oppose no.
Move.
25 ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 5, resolution requesting that the Wisconsin Department of Transportation reconsider the reconstruction of County Highway B interchange.
Resolution 182, 2018-2020, submitted by Highway Committee, requesting DOT reconsider reconstruction of CTHB.
Motion by Supervisor Laddick, seconded by Supervisor Bob Gifford. Discussion. All those in favor vote yes and oppose no.
Twenty-five ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 6, authorization for contracts between Portage County and the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System for January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020.
Resolution 183, 2018-2020, submitted by Ag and Extension Committee, authorizing the contract with UW System Board of Regents. This resolution requires a technical amendment to change the date of the resolution to November 12th.
Motion by Supervisor O'Brien, seconded by Supervisor Barry Jakowski. And again, there's a technical amendment. I will take a motion to make that technical amendment from the date of the 14th to the 12th, made by Supervisor Barry Jakowski, seconded by Supervisor Martinson. Any discussion on the amendment? All those in favor with the amendment, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The amendment carries. Back to the original motion. Is there any discussion? All those in favor vote yes and oppose no.
Christmas meeting.
Twenty-five ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 7, resolution approving the jurisdictional transfer of portion of County U to the Village of Buren, Wood County, and the Town of Plover, Portage County.
Resolution 184, 2018-2020, submitted by Highway Committee, approving the jurisdictional transfer of a portion of County Trunk Highway U.
Motion by Supervisor Gussel, seconded by Supervisor Laddick. Any discussion? All those in favor vote yes and oppose no.
25 ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 8, authorizing a budget adjustment in Clerk of Courts accounts to pay for Justice Works Family Law Information Center user fees.
Resolution 185, 2018, 2020, submitted by Judicial General Government and Finance Committees, and this budget adjustment resolution approves funding for Justice Works user fees and requires a 2/3 supermajority vote.
Motion by Supervisor Moresi, seconded by Supervisor Pataki. Any discussion? All those in favor vote yes, and opposed no.
Twenty-five ayes, resolution adopted.
Number 9, establishing fund balance classification as required by Gatsby Statement Number 54, Fund Balance Reporting and Governmental Fund Type Definitions.
Resolution 186, 2018, 2020, submitted by Finance Committee. This resolution establishes the required fund balance classifications.
Motion by Supervisor Dodge, seconded by Supervisor Rakowski. Any discussion? All those in favor press yes and oppose no.
He tried to juke her. There we go.
25 ayes, resolution adopted.
I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Supervisor James Gifford, seconded by Supervisor Johnson. All those in favor with aye? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.
A video of this meeting is available for viewing on the city's website, stevenspoint.com/videos.